Hello everyone, welcome to the Black Room with Double. Hey Klasik, welcome to the Black Room.
It's pretty black, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty black. we've got a couple of black items in this room.
I came dressed all black. See?
Both me and you.
Didn't even get the memo.
That's it.
But
you know,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. So at the moment, we're just going to go through just a couple of questions, just to get to know you a little bit more so the viewers can get a bit of a taste of Klasik. We'll start off with your career. Tell us what you're doing with your career.
What I'm doing with my career is not much at the moment, but as soon as COVID and lockdowns finish, hopefully a lot more. Just before COVID hit, I was touring. So I was doing shows all over the country, did a festival just before COVID as well. So I did Falls Festival, which is a festival that goes from just the end of December through New Year's and over New Year's, and it goes around Australia. And that was like, who was on that festival? Pink Sweats, Playboy Cardi, Disclosure. There was a few other people as well. Those are the main people that I really wanted to watch on that.
Yeah.
And that was a cool one. It was like, we went to like Byron Bay, Perth, Tasmania. The one in Lawn, which is in Victoria, got cancelled because of the bushfires, because it was during bushfire that when basically everything was crazy.
Yes.
So they had to shut down that festival. And then, just doing club shows and club gigs was what I was doing at the time. Did a couple shows for Red Bull, which is pretty cool. A couple concerts, because I toured with B-Wise, who's an Australian artist, Australian rapper. That's kind of what I was doing leading up until now. And then what I'm doing during lockdown is live streaming on Twitch. We can't go out, but we can still party at home, you know? So
what do you call that, like on the Twitch?
on Sundays, I'll do a stream called Shake Ass Not Hands. Because, everyone talks about, don't shake hands, don't touch people. So I was like, well, we're not shaking hands then, well, let's shake some ass, we're at home, in our own house.
Why not?
Why not shake some ass? So I came up with the term Shake Ass Not Hands, which is my Sunday stream. And that's basically throwback R&B and hip hop. So all your old school stuff, everything from before 2010. And then I have a stream on Thursdays, which is more, it's called Remix Thursdays, which is more on the remix side of things. So if you know Selection and Future Sound and SoundCloud remixes, it's all about that. So in that you'll get R&B, you'll get hip hop, you'll get dancehall, you'll get Afro, you'll get like disco, funk, house, garage. It's a mixed bag of all these different type of genres that are all electronic based. So, and then I'm working on a new Tuesday stream at the moment.
So you've started from the Sunday?
Started with the Sunday. So my first stream was the second week into.
I'm sure the viewers would want to know about how the DJ came across into, just in your life in general.
Well, I wasn't even supposed to be a DJ. It just happened. So I've been working in clubs for just 2005. And I've done everything you can think of in the club. I was the person who stamped your hand. I was the person who collected the money. I was an MC for 7-8 years. And I was doing work with Peter Guns and Motto and DJ Manny, working in clubs, hosting concerts. So I hosted a lot of concerts. And then out of nowhere, Manny got a little too happy and I had to go toilet. And then it started happening every week. First it was one song, and then it was 2 songs, and then I was playing for 15 minutes, and then I was playing for 20 minutes. And he just got comfortable, and then I had to learn how to DJ. Because I was an MC, so I was always there. So you can, I could fill in. But then, I bought my own gear, I put time behind it, I actually learned what I was doing properly. I had a lot of great teachers, they weren't teachers where I sat down and actually worked with them and they taught me how to do it, but I got to watch them and watch how they were doing things, and I got to listen to how they would put things together, and I'd ask them, oh, yo, why did you mix this track together with this track? Or I would see when they were playing their music that the effect that it had on the crowd. Because you could tell if someone drops like, yeah, this is a track, and then they drop one track and it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I wasn't meant to be a DJ, but now I couldn't imagine not being a DJ.
Yeah. How old were you when this all came across?
I only started DJing about 7 years ago. Like when I actually yeah, I'm gonna be a DJ. I'm gonna stop MCing. I'm not gonna work in clubs as an MC anymore. I'm just gonna be a DJ. If you want to book me as an MC, I can't work at your club because I'm going to pursue this. I'm gonna give it a good go. So it was like 2013 or 14, I think it was, when I dropped my first like mix online and had a good go at it, you know? So other than that, like I spent ages watching people and then practicing at home. Like I think I probably really started at like 2011. And I spent like 2 years like practicing and then like doing house parties for free. You know, like just trying to like, cause like for me, like if you can DJ a house party and make a house party go off, you can DJ a club.
Yeah.
Because people at house parties are so picky. So if you can set the vibe at a house party, you can definitely do it.
You've got it.
Yeah, you got it. So with that, like you make friends who do things and people throw after parties and like you never know who's gonna watch you while you're working.
That's true.
So I got the opportunity to host concerts. So Peter Guns brought me on for the Game concert at the Big Top, which is the first time the Game came. So I got to do that concert. He also took me to the Australian Idol Grand Final because he got to DJ like the warm up before they started recording. I used to work with another music artist, so I got to do like things like Superfest, the big concert that they had at ANZ with like Nelly and T-Pain and Snoop and the Game. So I performed at that, and then I hosted like a lot of rap shows that were here. So like Ghostface Killer, I emceed for that, and T-Pain. Was it T-Pain? No, Flowrider. Did the Flowrider concert at Luna Park, and like it was all these different shows that I had to host and be the hype man and like introduce the acts and just keep the crowd occupied until the main act decided they wanted to perform. Yeah. So I was doing that prior.
Like what kind of advice or guidelines on how to get where you are right now?
Hard work and like spend time on your craft. That's like the biggest thing that a lot of people tend to forget, that things just don't happen overnight. And like I've been blessed that I've DJed in front of the right people at the right time. So the reasons why I've gotten the gigs that I have, like Splendor in the Grass, for an example, which is like the biggest festival in Australia, I got to play that because they saw me the year before that playing for Red Bull. And that came from another situation where I was playing for another friend and they were there and they're like, oh, hey. And I got introduced to them and they're like, oh, we like your style. Can you come DJ for us? So you're only good as your last performance is another thing to think about as well. So spending time on like your craft and just not giving up, I guess, is like if you want to be a DJ, be a DJ. Learn as much as you can about it. Immerse yourself in it, like do your research. If you know someone who's a DJ, ask them questions. You know, there's no shame in asking someone the questions like, oh, how do I do that? How do I do this? Like, you don't have to be the best turntable scratcher to be a DJ. Like, I'm an example of not being a DJ scratcher guy. You know, I'm not a turntablist. That's not what I do. Like, I like putting songs together in a way that makes you feel something. That's the way I DJ. So yeah, you got to find out what kind of DJ you want to be. And yeah, just put time and effort behind it. Like it's not a cheap thing to do. Like it's a great, if you want to be a hobby, but if you want to like be a career DJ, like you have to put time and you have to love it. You can't be upset if you're not in the place you want to be because you feel entitled as like, oh, you know, I've been doing this for years. How come I haven't got my shot yet? It's not about that. Like, just be happy you're doing it. You know, that's one thing that I think a lot of people need to understand is if you're going to do something you love, just do it for the sake of love. And if you get paid for it, it's a bonus. Like, I DJ for free on Twitch. Like, I'm not getting paid to DJ, but because I miss it so much, I miss DJing for people, I do it every week. And now I'm doing it more often because people are enjoying what's happening. They're asking me to do it more. So just do it because you love it. Don't do it for any other reason. Don't do it because, oh, it's cool to be a DJ. Oh, I can make so much money for being a DJ. It's not about that. Like, for me, I'm a traditionalist. Like, I love music. I love putting music together. I love making people happy. And that all in the combination makes me who I am as a DJ. So that's probably what I would say.
Is there any like sort of equipment that you would suggest that they will probably like things that they will need to kind of start off?
Everyone's different. Like, I started on turntables. You don't have to start on turntables. You can buy one of those little controllers for like $300 and become a great DJ from that. As long as you spend the time, there's no way you can't. So yeah, if you really want to look into it, obviously you need music. And because I love music, I've been collecting music since I was, 13. And so we started downloading music. 'Cause I'm old, I'm 35. So we started downloading music when I was about 15. I think the internet was like popping with like Napster and LimeWire and all those things that gave your computer viruses and stuff. I got music from back then, even from CDs, ripping music from CDs. That's something I used to do back in the day as well. So it's like having a good music collection and a good music knowledge, buying the actual equipment. So it could be, you could start off with like just a little controller, like a Pioneer controller, or you can go straight out and buy CDJs, and you can go buy turntables. It all depends, whatever you want really. I use a program called Serato, which obviously needs a Serato box, which is like the hardware for it. But you can, if you buy CDJs, you can DJ off USBs. Yeah. So you can just plug your USBs into it. And then a laptop with your music, obviously. It's pretty basic, and then some headphones.
In your case, would having a bass genre in music would be simple to start off with your DJ career?
See, I wouldn't call it a career. You need to start somewhere first. So if you have a particular genre that you like, that's the music you start with. If you're learning, why not start with music you like? So it's enjoyable, you know, and then learning how to put those songs together is part of the journey. So my advice to any up and coming DJ, start with the music you love, because at least you'll enjoy what you're doing.
Is there anything else that you do besides DJing?
Yeah, like I curate events. So I used to run a few club events. Previously, I was doing music direction for the Cliff Dive, which was a nightclub. So I did all the like entertainment booking for that. I used to run an event called Club Tings, which was like a dance hall event, and I did all the music direction for that as well.
Yeah. So what are your social media bases? So
For me, what I use predominantly is Instagram. I link my Instagram to my Facebook and to my Twitter because I'm too lazy to do any of that, and I rather say something on an Instagram story on a video rather than type it out on Twitter. I've got music production of music I work with my friend Hatch. We've been releasing music together, so I released a remix about a month ago, and we've got another remix coming up very soon. So we've got, I think, 6 in the bank waiting to release. So SoundCloud is another one that I use, and Mixcloud has a lot of my old mixtapes.
So like, are you like wanting to branch out into like making film clips and things like that?
Like it's a possibility in the future to do clips. Like I'm in a lot of music video clips with my friends, because a lot of my friends are artists. And it's the whole community thing where they ask you to come down and be in the film clip, and it's cool. And I work with, as I said before, I work with B-Wise, who's a rapper from the Southwest, or artist from the Southwest. And he has his video clips, and because I'm his DJ, and like we tour together, like obviously I'm in a few of his video clips. And then there's video clips from performances as well.
So now we'll just get into the back history about you.
So I'm Samoan, raised as a Samoan. I was born in New Zealand. My dad's full Samoan. My mum is New Zealander Māori, so she's Palangi Māori. Since, as you can tell, I'm quite white. Not the colour of a typical Samoan. Moved here in 2003, so I'm from Auckland originally, and now living in Sydney.
Would you ever want to move back to New Zealand?
Who knows? It's too expensive to live there at the moment. My parents sold their house and moved to Perth. So, like, there's not much reason for me to go home to live. Like, I'll probably want to raise a family there if it became cheap again. So, yeah, I'm pretty much stuck here unless I move to America, because that's the only reason why I'm not an Australian citizen yet.
So I have created a game. It's called Pick the Song.
Pick the song.
Pick the song. I thought I'll make it really, really simple. So so the rules are, I will have 5 words, and you've got to think of the first song that comes to mind. Okay, so it could be the song and artist. That's all you've got to mention, and I will have these 5 words ready for you.
Okay.
So the first word, butter.
Butter. So when I think butter, I think smooth. So be Still Not a Player, Big Pun. Which is my favorite song of all time. And I always feel like a pimp when I hear it. So it's like smooth, you know?
Yeah. The next word, boy.
Boy. Oh Boy by the Diplomats.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely that one.
Nice. The next one would be candy.
Something sweet. Soft and Sweet by John B.
I haven't heard that one before.
It's like John B is like one of my favorite R&B singers. So like he's a lot of like people know about him. Like a lot of R&B lovers know about him. He's like big from like the late 90s to early 2000s. But yeah, it was off one of his albums. So that's definitely that's the song.
Yeah. All right. I'm assuming this one's going to be a hard one. So Somebody.
Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell.
I like that song. That's my favorite song. And the next one would be Love.
Written All Over Your Face by Rude Boys. You probably don't know that song.
No,
like it's like a
no.
90s song, but check it out. When you hear the song, you'll understand. Like listen to the lyrics, you'll understand.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sing it for you because I can't sing. So don't even look at me like that. It's not gonna happen.
I was going to make you sing it.
It's not gonna happen.
So that game just sparked up another question. So what's a popular song that you kind of like to
Like
play?
a go-to
Like a
song.
go-to song, yeah.
Well, Big Pun, Still Not a Player is definitely a go-to song. Like at any party, at any time. Depending on where I'm at, like because all my gigs are different. So like I have club gigs, and then I play at a place called Home Base Sundays, which is like a throwback. So like if I played there, like it could be an old school song like Barry White. You know, I Can't Get Enough of Your Love. Like that could be the song at the time, or it could be like Forever by Little Mo. So it all depends on where I'm at. Or it could be like a Kate Renata song, Be Your Girl, because I'm playing at a party that's playing that style of music. So it all depends.
So this is just a curiosity question. Do you get that one request, the one person that comes up to your booth and go, there's this one song I want to play, but you just don't want to play it? Do you have that one song?
Oh, there's always that one person. There's like 3 songs I refuse to play. Unless I really, 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 really have to. Party Up by DMX, Usher, Yeah, and Ride With You, Nelly. Wow. And actually make it 4, and Be Faithful by Fat Man Scoop. Like those songs have been playing since I was 18. Like, this 2020, like, we need to let those songs go. We don't need to hear those songs anymore. Or, like, we don't need to hear those songs as much. Like, it should be, like, a song that you hear, like, maybe every 6 months. And the DJ just drops it out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, yo, I remember this, my jam. You know, like, that should be the vibe when you hear that song. It shouldn't be, like, the go-to song to play, which is the go-to song for a lot of DJs. And then, obviously, Beyonce. Beyonce is like the most requested person of all time. You never not hear, but I don't mind playing Beyonce. I like Beyonce, so I'll play it.
As a Pacific Islander individual in the music industry, did you experience any obstacles within the industry?
I found that there wasn't enough role models. Like Pacific, there's a lot of great Pacific Islander DJs and a lot of like people that I looked up to, but maybe we didn't know how to ask them for their knowledge, or the knowledge wasn't as shared as freely as what we would have wanted it. So I guess it's like more on our generation to pass down our knowledge to the younger guys. And for me personally, I think it was because I don't fit the image. I probably found that was I missed out on opportunities because of that, because I didn't fit the cookie cutter image, and just not having enough representation would be the obstacle. Like, hopefully, I can be representation for our people as a DJ in a different light. But yeah, that's probably the hardest thing I think we've had is like not having any of our people in a position to be like, hey, it's your turn, come, you know? That's probably the hardest thing.
Do you feel that us as a community support one another?
I've been saying this for ages. Our community, like I'm probably gonna get roasted for this, but like there is some who support, but there's not enough of us who support each other. We're too quick to hate before we are to support. And I wish like if we did have a favorite DJ or a favorite music artist, that we would go and buy their music. We would go buy like a t-shirt or find any way we could support them so they can become more, or like help the capital behind their brand become something. Because we all start with nothing. Like, we're not given anything. And if all it takes is for our own community to be able to go, other people to look at us and be like, hey, you know, look at that. Like, I love seeing DJ Noise. You know, DJ Noise is a really talented DJ, like producer and DJ. When he does a gig, everyone comes out. You know, because like he's that guy. Like, there's so many other Polynesian DJs that I think are great as well. If people saw their name, will be like, oh, yo, we should go watch him. Like, yeah, rather than, oh, no, he's too cool for us. What do we need to go watch him for? You know, when you don't even know that person. So, like, if as a community, if we came together and like, if I say, well, I use myself as an example, I won't use anyone else. If I release a mixtape and my friends share it, if you find it and you like it, share it with your friends. You know, don't try and hold out. It's like, oh, this is my mix. No, like, share it with your friends, tell people, and just keep the ball rolling. If you find a music artist that you like, don't go and rip their song from YouTube. Go and buy the song from iTunes. Play it on Spotify, because all of that gives them money. You know, so they can make more, so they can be more. For example, like with my stream, if you come and watch me stream, cool, I'm happy that you're just there. But if you want to support me more than just being there, and you want to subscribe to the channel, which you have to pay for, or if you want to give a donation, or you want to share bits, which is something that they do, then do that. But I don't expect it or ask for it. But those are little things you can do to help people gain more momentum or to help them build. So even with a business, like a t-shirt brand, go buy the t-shirt. Buy one for your friend. Give it as a gift, you know, and just anything we can do to keep everything rolling within our community.
So what is the next step?
I'm working on a few projects at the moment. I just got my stream sponsored by Red Bull. So I'm about to throw a party for Red Bull, the Red Bull announcement, which we're going to stream live. I'm working on producing more music. I may make some merch. Hopefully when we're out of the situation that we're in now, hopefully I can get back to doing shows, and I want to get back on the road as soon as possible. I want to get back to DJing. And then, yeah, there's some other stuff I'm trying to work on with music. So I'm currently helping mentor a new artist. And he's just one of the Usos. So it's like, he's a really good artist. Name's ALJ. Just trying to help him, guide him in the right path of what he should do and how he should do it. And then working on a few other things with the music as well. So towards distribution.
Sounds great. Sounds fun.
It's full on.
But thank you again for coming into the Black
No
Room.
worries.
Is there any last words you want to say?
Be yourself and just do what you love. Like, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Like, just don't give up. If you really want something, then pour everything into it.
Yeah. Nice. And how do I find you on Instagram and all your social medias?
For social media is They Call Me Klasik. Obviously I spell my name stupid because I'm an idiot. It's Klasik. So They Call Me and then Klasik, and that's on basically everything except for Twitter. Twitter is KLVSIK, which I don't really use anyway.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit like and subscribe. Also follow me on my Facebook and my Instagram. I was holding my breath the whole time.